This is one of the most powerful habits you can have in your morning routine. Now, I used to do this pretty regularly, but recently I haven't been, and it has actually shown an effect on my mental health and just the way I see the world, and that is gratitude journaling. Now, I know it sounds kind of silly, like, oh, I'm gonna write my little journal, like, dear diary, I love life, blah blah blah. I know it sounds silly, right? But it actually is incredibly, incredibly powerful. And you don't have to be cheesy with it. You don't be like, oh, dear diary, journal entry number 4. Like, you don't have to be like that. All you have to do is just get a piece of paper and then write down a couple things you're grateful for every morning, and it will transform your life. I'm not exaggerating. Like, it will change the way you see the world. Just think about it, right? This is honestly kind of similar to meditation, where meditation is building up the habit of being aware of your thoughts and how you think, and being aware of, okay, I'm distracted now, I need to focus on this, or I'm thinking this negative thought. Why am I thinking this negative thought? How can I reframe this thought, right, into something positive? How can I change the way I think about myself? Gratitude journaling is a similar thing, where it is literally training your mind to see a difficult situation, see something that's you don't really like, see something that's a problem that a lot of people would see as a negative thing, and reframe it into something positive, right? Reinterpret something negative in your life as something positive, and that is so incredibly powerful, right? There's a great metaphor that I once heard. I forget if it's a wolf or a dog, whatever. I'll call it a dog. If you have a dog that is, so you have two dogs, right? There's two dogs in this scenario. One of them is living in total darkness, right? There's absolutely zero light. It can't see anything. It doesn't know where it is, right? And the other one is living in the light. It's living outside. The world around it is visible. It knows where to go. It knows what to do, right? And the question is, which dog will survive? Which dog will live? And the obvious answer is, well, the one that's outside, right? The one that can see the world, that can actually, like, experience the world around it, right? Well, that's not true. A dog that lives is the dog that you feed, right? So if I want this miserable creature to persist in my life, if I want these negative thoughts to persist, all I have to do is feed them, right? But if I want positive thoughts to persist, if I want to look at the world and be grateful for what's around me, if I want to be the guy who's waking up every morning going, literally saying to himself, life is amazing, I'm so grateful for what I have around me. Like, do you want to be the guy who goes about his day going, oh, life's so hard, it's so miserable, I don't like it, I have to go to the gym today, I don't like the gym, blah, 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 complain all the time? Or you want to be the guy who wakes up in the morning and goes, wow, I'm really grateful that I have both my arms. It's so useful that I can hold things. I'm really grateful that I have both my arms. I know it sounds silly, right? No one would actually go out and say it out loud, like, oh, wow, I'm really grateful I have both my arms. But it's actually so incredibly powerful. It's a very powerful thought to have in your mind. Like, wow, I'm so grateful for the life I have around me. I'm so grateful that all this is happening. I know there's bad things around me, but all these other things are so good. You appreciate life around you more, right? If you don't want negative thoughts in your life, why are you feeding them? Why are you giving them everything they need to persist in your life? If you want positive thoughts to exist in your life, if you want to be thinking gratefully, if you want to be enjoying the world around you to the fullest, why aren't you feeding the dog that's going to make you happier? And that's what gratitude journaling is. It's giving the positive thoughts in your life the energy and the food and the attention they need to grow and prosper, and to actually fill your life up with actual appreciation of the world around you, right? You don't have to be envious of other people. You don't have to be looking around going, oh, they have that. That's why they're successful, is they have all this stuff. That's why I can't do this because I don't have that. You're not thinking that. Instead, you're thinking, wow, I can do anything because I have all these things around me, right? I can be just like this other person, even though they have something that I don't have, but I have all these things. I can do this, right? I mean, it's like looking around you and going, wow, I think there's a guy who really inspired me to take up running, and it was this dude who he was born without legs, or maybe his legs were like underdeveloped, I don't know, but he doesn't have like lower limbs, but he has the world record holder of the fastest man on his hands, and he runs faster than most people with legs on his hands. It's crazy to watch. And I was just thinking about, like, there's people out there who don't run because they say they don't have time, who don't run because they say they don't have the energy, the motivation. This dude could have taken that excuse in his life of, I can't be successful because I don't have legs. He could have taken that excuse and society would have accepted it. They would have been like, yeah, you're right. You're fine. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be successful. You don't have to push yourself to it because you were born without legs, right? It's okay if you're not super successful. But this guy said, no, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to become the best version of myself I could possibly be and be literally the world record holder of the fastest man to run on his hands. And that is just mind-blowing, right? This guy took what a lot of people would see as a curse and turned it into his blessing, turned it into his gift. Because I don't know about you, I can't run on my hands. My legs are in the way. I can't do that, right? And most people watching this video can't do that either, right? Your legs are in your way. They drag you, they slow you down. You wouldn't be able to run on your hands. But we don't have to. We can run on our legs. But this guy goes, I have this, what people think is a curse of having no legs. I'm going to turn it into my gift. I'm going to turn it into my blessing. And I'm going to use it so that I can run on my hands and I can be the fastest man on my hands in the world. And that's so incredibly powerful, right? And that's what gratitude journaling can do to your mind. It can make it so that, I really messed up on my self-improvement lately. I've been scrolling a lot on my phone. I've been neglecting my mental health lately. You can take that as a blessing, going, wow, I'm able to recognize that, and I'm going to use this as my blessing. I'm going to grow from this experience of, I've fallen off my self-improvement journey. I'm going to grow from that and learn lessons from it and then teach those lessons to my audience on my YouTube channel, right? That's the blessing of growing self-improvement. I can take the fact that I haven't gratitude journaled in months. I'm going to take that, which a lot of people would say is, oh, that's negative, you haven't gratitude journaled in forever. I'm going to take that as my blessing because I now understand the importance of gratitude journaling and what my life is like without it. That's all I got for today. And God bless you. Stay wild.